Coming up this week on the Afro Journal.
Like, y'all are not about to arrest me right now.
It's 'cause she's black. Let's be honest.
Honestly, probably. They were
Let's be
probably
honest.
profiling me.
If it was a white girl, like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, they def thought I was a terrorist or trying to bomb
because
the
of
fucking airport. Afro Journal family, the one and only. We're back.
Notes. Wow.
Huh?
The family.
You know I'm gifted. I'm very talented.
Wow.
Out of the three of us, I think I'm the most, endowed with talents and special
That cap
abilities.
on your head is really serving the purpose today.
If you know, you know.
All right.
Actually, let's we'll ask our fans.
You think the most talented?
Period. Anywho, thank you guys for joining in on another episode of the Afro Journal, where we aim to bridge the gap between the African diaspora and the continent through open dialogue, shared experiences, and good vibes. And today, we're bringing you another
Banga.
Period. As you already know, it's your glazed chocolate donut. Looking a little crusty today, I'm on my little boy vibes, but it's okay. We're in prep for Puerto Rico, so next week we'll be on our
ready.
Magical shit. Bole Akume.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's your boy, Chef Piero. Mr. Island boy,
Bora Bora.
Puerto Rico boy. You feel me? U.S. Not U.S. state boy. Because Puerto Rico is not a U.S. state, but it's categorized as the U.S. territory.
U.S. territory. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little history there for you.
All right, and it's your toasted caramel. No, your adventure time. No, your adventures of Tintin.
Are you a cartoon?
Great. Finn and Jake.
Look at that adventure time. I'm dead.
And adventures of Tintin as well. Chisom, Ejikeme, Jeremiah, Okafor. Today, you guys already know the vibes. We're taking you guys on the journey. We're talking about traveling. And I feel like within the millennials / Gen Z population, we talk about this a lot. Like there's this big push for traveling, this, that, and that. So we're just going to break all that, talk about experiences with traveling and what our plans is, the kind of travelers we are, things like that. So, but I don't know, Peter, do you have a word for, because I know we're talking ahead about this. I said you wanted to say something to the Ukraine victims. Do you have a word for them?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say that to all our African, not only African, non-color of people, non-color of people, sorry, people of color. Let me say that people of color over there, especially the Africans, we pray for you that you were able to get out of that situation safely and come out there just safely. I know that we've had a lot of instances of racism and anti-blackness over there in the crossing of the borders and stuff like that. So we just pray for you guys, and our hearts are with you over there.
That's for sure, because I know a lot of Nigerian students are stuck there, and obviously non-Africans as well, and people that it's just a mess going on there. But we pray that our
just
people,
in general, a lot of people of color, not just Africans, Indians, Middle Easterns. They don't say that whites only basically get to go.
Whites only get on the train. Yeah. That's some craziness.
That's madness. Yeah.
And you see people's true colors coming out in times of crisis, but
I mean, it's obviously not an official policy, but that's has been the experience on the ground.
Yeah.
So our hearts are with them,
Yeah.
Pray for our people, and I think there's some resources with because I know some people are donating their houses and stuff, but that's if they're able to get out of Ukraine to to house all these victims. So shout out to those people as well, because some people really step up in times like this. Like I can imagine, open up your house to strangers. It might seem crazy, but hey, that's what humanity is all about. But yeah, let's get into this week's episode. So, traveling, guys, traveling. What is your experience with traveling? I can start with Bole. Like, what was your perception of traveling? Just growing up, the idea of it, was it always something that was huge in your head? Like, oh, I want to see the world, like I want to see all the Bora Boras and the Puerto Ricos and all the places, or were you like, it was just like something you didn't think about?
I think my idea of traveling has changed throughout, like my growth. Growing up, I came from a very sheltered family. We didn't travel a lot. It was very much at home majority of the time. And I never really had any ambitions to obviously I wanted to get out of the house, but I was never thinking about, I want to go to a different state, go to a different country.
So your idea of getting out of the house was that you want to go to college?
Yeah. My mindset didn't change until, like my junior year going into senior year of college.
Yeah.
That's when, as a broke college kid, we didn't have money. So
Okay.
I wasn't about to be dropping 200 plus on flight tickets to be
Flights.
out the country. I was at
Yeah.
exams, so like
Now you're trying to be flying every
but
month.
yeah. But it really changed going into senior year. It started with me going to like a friend's birthday, who like wanted to just get out of Massachusetts. So from there I was like, oh shit, like traveling is like an escape
I
to
like
me,
this.
like escaping
Yeah.
the reality. Don't have to worry about school, work. It's just like you're like a different person. I become a different person. Like I'm happy, I'm joyful, I just want to do things. So traveling has been a good time for me. I'm living life.
Facts. I know for me it was very like. I mean, obviously, growing up as an African boy, like traveling was never really like traveling was you're traveling to the village. You're traveling to. That's what traveling was to us. I never had like all these. It wasn't a thing where it's like, oh, I want to see the world, and that's my aspiration in life. It's more like I want to go to school and make money. Then obviously, if you're going to go on holiday in like the summer and like maybe go to the UK or go to the US or go to Disney World or something, that's like a dream. But like it wasn't like, oh, I want to be a traveler. I want to travel regularly and things like that. But obviously, it was when I came to America that became a theme that I started hearing a lot more. And like people are like, oh, like I really have aspirations to see the world. I quit my job and I traveled. I'm just like, bro, what? When you start hearing all this around the world, and this like you actually see people that are like, yo,
Yeah.
we're trying to do this. People that will literally live. Like I never thought of the concept of living where you live and just buying a one-way ticket. People do that shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, what?
That actually scares me.
It scares
like-
you?
It scares me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm very much a person like there has to be an end goal. Like I don't like to just disappear.
Yeah,
like I like to
disappear.
know that like it's gonna end. I'm gonna come back to reality.
Yeah.
That whole one way thing, I don't like it.
Okay, so
Yeah, I mean,
you're not that level yet.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
scary. It's scary when you're young, but when you've done it multiple times in your life, you're all good.
You're talking like you've experienced
Well, as
it
the
before,
person
fam.
with the most experience, as the person with the most experiences traveling, I was literally born a travel baby. You feel me? Born in the UK, came back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I've been traveling all my life. All my siblings have, were traveled outside Nigeria, except for the last one. And she was premature. So all of us were planned to be born outside of Nigeria. So yeah, I mean, traveling to me was never really a foreign concept. I was like, oh, when are we going to go visit our cousins? Those were like the summer trips or the winter trips that we're excited to go to during our childhood. I was like, oh, I used to get triggered anytime it was the village because always you have to go to the village, So we're just like, yo,
So you have to branch from the village, you have to.
Yeah,
but for me, my own that was it. We're going to the village, and that's it. There's no
the exciting trips were going to obviously the UK, going to Ireland, going to America, going to Dubai. Those were the fun trips.
This boy enjoyed his life, man. Like you are literally the dream. You are what I looked up to. Because back in the days, man, like all that stuff was like I'll literally sit down and my friends would be telling me stories about their summer trips around the like different. When they talk about the UK, the US, Disneyland. They are they're ever describing aeroplane to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that.
I was never that kid to talk about where I traveled, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it came up, but I was never
Yeah.
like boasting like, oh, I traveled to the UK or I traveled
Yeah.
to the US. It was never really my thing.
Yeah.
Because of, I don't know, I never felt like, it felt normal within the group I was in because, I went to private school. So everyone the majority of everyone had traveled abroad. It was like
you
very
guys are
few
all
of
posh
us.
guys.
It was very few of us. And the crazy thing is that I was even looked like the less
the poorer.
privileged ones.
Yeah.
I was like one of the less privileged ones because all of them, we have a Gucci belt at 13, 11,
Damn.
12. And we flexing with their, skinny jeans that they got
dead.
from
Bro, those
H&M.
skinnies, man.
You know?
Like when you bring blue, orange, purple, green, all sorts
Red.
of color.
The
Red.
ugliest thing ever.
Yo, and I'm just like, yo, you guys, man, these guys are living the life. Mommy and daddy, where's my own? I want to go shopping. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, I want to come with these guys. So that was my experience with travel. It's until I started getting to my middle teenage years that I understood that like traveling is a whole hassle.
Bro.
Like not everyone does
Okay.
it. And like planning a trip is crazy to me and it's stressful. So
When you have to
I
pay,
love
when you have to pay
planning.
for your flights, when you have to pay
where
for
you have to
where
pay
you're
for
going to stay, then you're
obviously
like, yo,
the like when I was never the person taking the cost, so I never really
Yeah.
understood. It's after I graduated
Yeah.
from WPI, so I realizing that like, yo, this
Even the
this
visa
flight
alone.
in, this
No,
flight
even
in is
yeah, like
sketchy.
to me, I think even traveling is a privilege depending on where you're from, right? Because when
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians want to travel, bro, you need a visa to every single stop you're going to make. If you are trying
Mm-hmm.
to, but Americans are like, oh, you want to tour Europe? I'm like, bro, did you give me visa? But when you have your blue passport, obviously you can easily enter France, enter
In and
this one,
out.
enter that one, yeah, in and out, shit like that. It's like that's all the privileges that you face, and like even the struggles that Nigerians face with, or like African people, I'm sure, not just Nigerians, face with
Mm-hmm.
like carrying your passport. Like Peter could never go to China because of that. You know,
Yeah,
and that's how this. Have we talked about this on the podcast before?
yeah, we've definitely talked about it.
We definitely have to have like go to a
My
previous.
my
I
my,
don't know
Ni- my Nigerian passport failed me. That's all I have to say. I had bought my flight ticket, bought everything ready to go to China for my exchange program, my offshore program at university with a group of my students, friends, and um, the WPI fucked me over. They didn't tell me enough in time for me to go get my visa situation because I was the only international.
Mhm.
So it was
Yeah.
just an issue that
Yeah.
came up and I couldn't go.
Come on, man. Nigeria, just blame Buhari. It's alright. Blame Buhari. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
I would ask you guys, do you guys remember like the first like memorable trip that you took? Like the first trip that you're like, ooh, like
To
this
me,
is nice.
to me, it was Dubai.
Dubai.
Okay,
Yeah,
Big boy.
Dubai.
yeah.
You went to
Like,
Dubai to shake your yash on the yacht, yeah?
no,
No?
what? Shaking hands wasn't even a thing during my time when I went.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of the. I don't know if Nigerians had traveled like that already. You know, I know Dubai is not a thing, but during my time, like, there's
Your time was
few of
special.
us out there.
Yeah.
Very few of us out there.
One or two.
You mean? All this young money that's coming in. I come from the old money. I'm joking. I'm
Look at
joking.
this girl.
I'm
Look at
joking.
this girl.
I'm joking. It's my father's money. That's what I have. It's my father's money. Yeah. I mean, I went to Dubai and it was cool. I mean, I had the experience of this visa issue. I was the only one that my visa hadn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Everyone in my family's visa had come out, so but we already like bought the ticket. So I traveled, and I was left at the border patrol for like 2 hours until my visa came out.
That's
I'm serious.
What?
traumatic.
And I was scared. I was like, yo, my daddy, like, I'm over. Like, you guys are going to leave me here. I'm
Nah,
gonna
man. They knew you were a
back to
terrorist.
Nigeria.
Man.
Obviously, my dad was like, that's why I respect my dad so much. He was like, how can I leave you? Are you okay? You know, but I wasn't believing in him because of the whole situation I was going on. I was
Oh, you
anxious,
thought your dad was going to leave
nervous.
you?
I
Because of all
I
the
thought he
focus
had
you fucked up,
failed.
all the stress.
I thought he had failed to hold up his end of the bargain, which is realistically not
I mean, it's not really his control.
logical for me to think so. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he did everything in his power and he was
I mean,
right.
how old are
And
you?
he's like, I was probably like 14.
14.
Yeah, 14
you
or
had the brave
13.
heart to think logically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
alright. Yeah, you were being a nincompoop.
Yeah,
keep
but
going.
but realistically speaking, it was like his situation was like you don't know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's
you don't know
scary,
like when
yeah,
the
it's
visa
a
was going
scary
to come
thing,
out.
yeah.
And I was just like, I was like, my dad was just being irrational. I was like, this man, like, how do you know my visa is going to come out? You know, but obviously
Yeah.
he knew because of he's the one that did the whole situation, set it whole stuff up,
Yeah.
right? And I was just nervous about the whole situation, but
Yeah.
it came out, and that was just the start, the highlight, the start of
Yeah.
the trip. And you know, women, you know, my sisters came and said, "Oh, Chips, come take pictures of us." I got triggered, and you know, I'm a stay home person. So all the trips that they were
So
planning,
even when you were
I
a
was
kid,
just
you were
being
a
a
stay-home
grumpy
guy.
bitch. I was just being a grumpy bitch the
So
whole
you're
trip.
that guy. You're that guy.
Yes.
You're that grumpy guy.
Yes.
in the group.
Yes.
that,
I was
that,
like,
that
Just,
traveling.
just watch out for the Puerto Rico vlog. Because
Yeah.
you guys will see certain, you guys will see different personalities on this
I
show.
will. I like my parents would go out, like my family would go out, and I'll literally be the only person in the.
In the
So you've
house.
been doing this since you were a kid.
Yes, I've been doing this since I was kids.
Peter's a homebody.
I'll literally
Yeah.
be the only person in the hotel. I'm just like, you guys
What
can
you
go have
doing?
fun. I'm literally just on YouTube, just laying down on my chair, just relaxing. And when we get to, you know, our explanation of like what travel people we are, you see
Yeah.
why.
We'll see what-
Um,
I
so,
bet.
So like I'm just
So Peter has always been that way because even when we went to
yeah.
Miami, man, this like we're literally in Miami for the first time. Is that I don't know that if that was Peter's first time, but that's obviously my first time. All of us is first time. We're trying to have a good time, bro. Day one,
Yeah.
day two, Peter was like, keeping up. Day three, Peter was like, bro,
I'm done. I'm
I'm just
tired.
trying to sleep, bro.
I was trying to
like,
lay
bro,
down.
what?
I was trying to lay down. I'm not trying to
I was like,
kill
what?
myself out here.
Nah, that thing
Why are
blew
you
my
spending
mind,
money
man.
to just sleep?
Yeah, I was like, you spend money to come here and sleep. Like, what are we doing, fam? Like, I mean, for me, because we had a week, it was okay, right? Because me, I don't like doing too many things. I like to rest. But if it's time to go out, I'm going to go out. Like I'm going to go see places. I'm going to go see things. And then,
Yeah.
if enough time for me to sleep at night, I'll like that. But depending on how much time I have, if I have only 2 days, I know I'm not sleeping. So it just is what it is. If I have a week, I'm definitely sleeping. But Bole, do you remember like your first memorable trip?
My first memorable trip was probably when I left the U.S. to go start schooling in Cameroon. Like, obviously, I had been there prior to that, but, like, I was really young. I was probably, like, 3, 4 the first time I had, like, gone with my family. But at this age, I was, like, just turning 10. I was a little more mature, could know, like, what was around me. I think this was, like, my first, like, notable, like, oh, I'm on a flight. Like, this flight's going to be, like, over 12 hours. Like, I'm in France. I'm in wherever. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, this is kind of cool. And then they left me there.
Oh, Lord.
But that, like, entire 4 years, having to experience being an unaccompanied minor, having people, like, walk you through the airport, going to the front of the lines. You get, like, your own little spot in the back of the airport.
My friends used to tell me all those stories when they travel by themselves.
Yeah,
like,
they give you nice meals. They're very attentive to you.
Back in the day, I don't know if they're still like that, though. But back in the day, they definitely were.
I don't know.
I'm sure
Not
they
sure.
are. There's some services
You just have to
for
pay for it.
underage children traveling alone.
Yeah. I remember the first time I was, like, out of that, like, unaccompanied minor stage, and, like, I actually had to do shit on myself. Like, I was scared. I was like, how do I get to my gate? Like, do I need this visa? What document do I need? I was terrified. But,
that
your
is
girl
so
made
At
it.
10, honestly, I hail you because at 15, I was scared of doing that shit too.
Yeah, like, you're alone in an airport. Like,
Yeah.
everything is on you.
Yes. It was like,
It's
if I
crazy.
get lost, I'm lost. And I just imagine a 10-year-old me, I go fear. Because we 15, I was fearing.
Nah, me
But
too.
obviously,
I'll be scared too.
I was mature enough to always figure it out a lot easier. But
Yeah.
at 10, that's like, I commend you. I commend your family for even risking it too.
Facts.
Oh, Lord, that's real. Because even me looking to this day, it's like I'm scared, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm going to mess something up. But I know I can obviously figure it out later. But
Yeah.
it's still a stressful process, low-key. But I remember the first time I went on a plane per se, because obviously before then I've been traveling to the village, like that was my travel. Like we'll do road trips to the village. That was it, right? That was my day of traveling. I remember the first time I entered an aeroplane, Gongo, and that was when I was traveling from Port Harcourt, that's a city in Nigeria, to Lagos, and Lagos is also in Nigeria for those that don't know. But bro, when I entered that plane, I was scared, bro. I was afraid because I was like, yo, like I don't want this plane to crash. If you hear all these like plane crash things.
Those passengers don't know it yet, but they are seconds away from experiencing the worst fear of every air traveler. Suddenly, the alarm sounds. The plane is going down, spiraling into the ocean.
I remember sitting down in the middle of the plane because my seat was somewhere at the back. The plane wasn't that big, so my seat was somewhere at the back. My parents had different seats. And then there were these guys beside me, right? The father was literally with his son and his daughter, and they were praying and kabashing and like, sakatara. Like the father was praying hard. So me too, I said, I beg you, let me tap into this guy's prayer.
Oh my God. Yo.
No, that thing was. I was scared, but I was also low-key excited. Because I think I was like maybe, if I was to guess, maybe 7, 8 thereabout, right? And then, but the plane ride itself was pretty peaceful. But like that. I don't know if you guys ever got affected by like that earplug when the pressure affects your ears.
Yeah.
That thing affected me so much. I started crying. But that was like the first time I actually entered the plane. But I remember the first time I took like a proper trip because I don't remember the lead up to that trip. I feel like we just somehow entered the plane and then I started going. I remember from the plane to Lagos, right? But the first time I entered like we did a proper trip with the family was when we were going to Abuja. And Abuja is the capital of Nigeria, all that stuff. We're all excited, like it was a 5-day trip. my dad's company was taking us on a, like it was a conference that my dad was doing, so he just brought us along. See the big box my mom packed. And in hindsight, I looked at that shit like, bro, Bobby, why did you pack this many clothes? Because we had to pay for. I think we had excess luggage, but because we're a big family, they were like, you guys can go. But this was like a maybe 3-5 day trip. Like we didn't need that many clothes. But hey, my mom did what she did.
But you guys are 4 though.
That's the thing. Well, 4, I guess. But I don't know. In my head, like maybe because I was small at the time, but I remember this box almost like my height, and I'm like, bro, why is this shit?
Can
this
we
big?
just say that that's like an African parenting of just bamboozling a whole
Just
fucking luggage,
packing
We
everything.
bust. Like we
Right?
run through luggages like every trip. We
Yeah.
must buy a new luggage because of the old ones are stuffed and broken. You can't pull the handle. It's been
The
bent.
wheel is
Oh,
locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we'll be running through. Like if you've seen all those memes about Africans traveling for 2 days, you see them
Carrying Gary.
5-6 luggage. Yeah, so
carry
that's what I
stockfish,
remember.
crayfish, all the foods inside.
All the food stuff
Oh
inside,
my
exactly. That they're
gosh.
bringing for their sisters and their brothers and stuff. When you
Yeah.
go to the UK to see your auntie will give you lists.
Yeah, man, we
Of the
did
things
that
you need
thing
to
too.
bring.
I used to hate that thing. I used to hate that. I was like, when you have to open your bag in front of everyone.
Everyone,
I
yeah.
used to hate that.
And
thing.
the
I'm-
smell that comes out.
Yes, I'm just like, Mommy and Daddy. You know the set of rules. Why don't you follow the rules?
And the thing is,
You know,
they'll be
and my
arguing,
dad-
and arguing.
My dad is a true African man, so he doesn't give a fuck. He'll do it in front of everyone, close his eyes and do it. I don't like attention like that. So I'm always the kind of person to prepare in my home, make sure everything is right, make sure the weight
Yeah.
is right,
Yeah,
and try to go smoothly
yeah.
into the airport. But my dad is comfortable. He's like, pack it. When we get there, we
Okay,
get
so
there.
rearrange the box. Nah, man, like you know the one where you have to open your box and then start transferring clothes from one to the
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
Oh my god, man, that is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
African
but-
parents, man.
Most of the whole, you
that
be bringing
shit.
out your boxers, your parts, You're like, bro, what?
Everything.
Just
But
like,
it is what it is, man. So I remember like we go on the plane. This was Chachangi. I remember at the time. I think they're out of business now. We entered the plane. I was very excited. We sat down. They gave me orange juice and cake. This was a 45-minute flight, but that flight was just nice to me. I was just like, yo, this plane is nice. And from that day on, like just like my excitement for entering planes just grew. But obviously, we didn't fly again for like a few more years to the UK. That was like another nice flight. But I know that like I used to, when I was in secondary school, I used to literally sit down and my friends would be describing planes when they fly KLM. I remember KLM was one that they were describing, they had TV, they were serving us food.
their food used to smell.
Yo,
Oh,
it used to smell.
like I felt like throwing up
Really?
during like smelling Kalen's food, man. Oh my god! I mean,
Honestly, I get that. That's how I felt with Air France. And being cramped on the plane, there's no
Yes.
circulation really. It
like
made me sick
My
sometimes.
siblings
Yeah.
used to throw up. Like
Really?
that food is trash.
Yeah.
I
like,
think
when you
Emirates
smell
food
that
is
food-
nice though. Emirates food.
Oh,
Emirates
yeah,
is
yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Emirates is
Yeah.
quality.
Emirates, I mean, because
Emirates is quality.
that was the
British
first-
Airways used to be the shit.
Yeah.
Then Emirates came. Then like Qatar came.
That's okay. And then they changed
Then
the game.
all those Middle Eastern airlines.
Yeah.
But like KLM, oh my gosh, that food. I remember I used to try KLM. I used to feel sick.
My guy is still coughing.
I'm getting sick right
My
now.
guy is coughing.
Just thinking about it. Their food was
Every time
nasty.
coughing.
Oh gosh.
Yo, but that thing used to like it was literally like a whole experience for me, just sitting down listening to my friends describe an aeroplane. So in my head I had a picture of a plane right beforehand. So when I now traveled to the UK for the first time, I entered my plane. Obviously knowing that my parents were not necessarily as like well off as these other kids. We used Bellevue to fly to the UK, and Bellevue is actually a Nigerian flight at the time. I think they're out of business too now. But what happened was I entered the plane, and then I thought I was going to get my own TV because that's what my friends told me, right? And then we looked. I was like, oh, no TV here. Is right. There was like 2 TVs at the front, things like that. But honestly, overall, the flight was still nice. Like for me, I was very excited to be leaving the country for the first time. So I don't know if you guys have like travel experiences that are like very like ingrained in your head right now. Not necessarily the first one, but like maybe the first time you saw, I don't know, first class, first time you flew British Airways. Because I know my dream flights were British, Air France, and Virgin Atlantic. Those are 3 flights I wanted to enter that I never did, but they just look so cool to me. But Hey, I don't know if you guys like had any like
I have an experience.
what?
It's actually a very scary experience now that I
Damn.
think back. But I mean, Peter, you kind of mentioned it like a few minutes ago, where they like that you got left at like border or whatever, and they thought you were a terrorist or whatever. That kind of happened to me too when I was
damn.
coming back from Cameroon.
Oh, really?
I had to like, there's like some paperwork that you fill out like throughout the whole like trip
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
stop at like the different places or whatever, and they needed my address, my U.S. address,
Yeah.
and I forgot. I like didn't remember it at all.
This was after 4 years
So-
of Cameroon.
This was like it was in between. Within those 4 years, I was
Okay.
coming like home
You
for
see-
like Christmas break or something.
You see that's the stressful thing. All those kind of informations that you think you don't need, and they start showing you start
And
getting
they start-
anxiety.
Yeah,
Like when they start asking you about, oh, what's your inquiry number? You be like, inquiry number? Where
Fuck is
Where
that?
the hell? I never know anything about inquiry number. So if you don't have your inquiry number, you're not gonna allow you enter the country. I'm like, what the- you start stressing.
yeah.
Well, continue.
It was very stressful. At that point, like I didn't know. I started looking like through my phone, through my bag, if I had any like mails or like papers or anything with the address on it.
Yeah.
And I had nothing. I couldn't remember my fucking house address because like it's been a while. I don't send mail there. I wasn't living there. So eventually I had to like tell the like security person or whatever, like, yo, like I don't know my address. Like I don't know what to put here. So he took me to the back, some like office, some like sketchy ass office in the back. And they sat
it's
me
all
down.
all the walls are closed.
Yeah, there's like security guards there and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, bro, like y'all are not about to arrest me right now. It's just the fucking address. But I got there and the guy at the desk is like, what's the problem? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to fill out like this, whatever. I don't know, this entry something. I don't know. And I don't know my address. He's like, are you sure? Like, how do you not know your address? Like, he was very much belittling me. Like, bro, I haven't been
Dude, how old are
to
you?
my house in, I think I was like maybe 12, 13.
The security guard should have showed a little bit more sympathy.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's because she's black. Let's be honest.
Honestly, probably. They were
Let's be
probably
honest. If it was-
profiling me.
If it was a white girl, like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, they def thought I was a terrorist or trying to
Yeah,
bomb
because
the
of
fucking airport.
you don't look like the face of a Western country.
Yeah,
You understand? So like, if you don't fit that face, they're like, "Ah, this one is looking. So, and you're coming from an African country. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
red flag.
Yeah.
yeah. Eventually, they had to like look up my file or whatever. Like I gave them my ticket number, all that, so they could see like where I was coming from. Everything that was entered when the ticket was bought. So they ended up. He wrote down the address, and the minute he showed me, he was like, "Is this it?" And I was like, that's the one. Like
That's the one,
That's where I
baby.
live. It was just a very altogether like very scary experience because they could have arrested me. I could have not, I could have missed my flight, not gone home, all because
Missed
I
your
didn't know
flight.
my
That's
address.
the big one.
That's a big one.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
if you use your flight, your person will be so pissed.
Because like, yeah, no, you're just gonna like, what am I gonna do? You
Yeah.
know? What am I gonna do? And that's something I hate, missing my flights. Something within my control. That's why I make sure like I'm very adamant on never missing my flights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've missed flights a couple of times, but I mean now it's not as big a deal
No,
anymore.
useless
honestly.
for I
Just
don't
be-
blame you.
I mean, some of it's not really my fault, Like sometimes you're running
It's
late.
always your fault. Never.
No.
Every
It
flight
It's
I've missed
always
is my
your
fault.
No,
Always
no.
your
There was
fault.
one time. Remember the flights I missed when we were at Atlanta, bro. Like we got there on time, but the line was just too freaking long.
That's
So
your
it
fault.
was your fault.
That's your fault.
You should have got there
Oh,
earlier.
you didn't get there on time. That's what it means.
Like what I'm saying is
That's
like for local flights, you need to be there like 40 minutes ahead of time. And I
No.
got there like
Nah,
maybe,
it's 2 hours. It's
two
like 2
hours ahead
hours.
of time.
So what about international? International. I thought international was 2 hours.
International is 2 hours 30 minutes.
International is
minimum.
2 hours from what I heard. From what I remember.
2 hours,
And then
30
local
minutes.
is like 40 minutes, 45 minutes
Nah,
thereabout.
not 40
You
minutes.
walk-
That's probably for
Nah,
bags,
nah,
like
nah.
when your bag should be in.
Anyhow, maybe it was my fault. It is what it is.
We can tell Chisholm's not a traveler.
I'm really not traveling like that.
You
that
know,
must be the experience.
my brother will be doing the same thing. He'll be getting there 40 minutes. It's like, yo, guy, like the line is so long, like I might
I
miss
don't
my
be
flight.
talking like you're
Misses
always
his
telling
flight.
me.
So I'm always on time.
It's only on time when he has something to miss. Like if he has a flight to miss, then let's get there early. Oh, but have you guys ever flown like first class, business class?
Hell
all that
yeah.
stuff? Ah,
Nah,
Bole, baby.
first class is my highest.
Bole, first class. Is it
I've
local
done first
flight? Is
class
it local
and
flight
business
first
class.
class or is it international flight? first class?
Unfortunately, they're within the U.S.
Okay.
But your girl will
Nah,
make
that's-
it to an
that-
international first
Nah,
class,
that's
business
pussy
class.
shit.
That's like
That's pussy
international
shit.
economy.
That first class stuff inside America is pussy
Is
shit.
that America?
Dude,
Nah, that shit was still
international first
nice. It was still nice. I had my chair that converted to the bed.
One of the reasons why I love the seats so much It's just a really well designed seat that's great for having a sleep in at 38,000 feet.
They give me snacks, they give me peanuts. They were like, what would you like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
For your 2-hour flight.
No, it was my flight to California, so like 6-7 hours. So it was actually like, it was worth it.
Okay. I give you that. I give you that. I remember my business class from.
Yeah, you flew business class.
Yeah, I flew business class from UAE to America.
What flight was it? What flight was it?
It was Emirates.
So it was damn
Emirates
nice.
quality. When I entered the sea, you see like personal chefs coming up to me asking what I want.
What do you want to
menu.
eat?
They gave me menu to pick, fam. I was like, yo, menu?
What?
Yeah. Like
It's
wine,
nice.
alcohol, like different drinks. You know what I mean? I could like literally lay down and like cover myself, right?
They
And
give you
like
pillets,
communication.
blankets,
Everything.
footrest.
I was in shock. I was like,
Business class,
and it was for free. I got upgraded for free, randomly.
You got rid. Oh my god!
And I was just like,
man.
yay.
Yo,
This is enjoyment right now. I mean, obviously they knew who I was. Obviously, I was like,
they knew who you
let's
were.
give
How
this
they
guy-
know who you were, fam? Like,
Let's just give this Aliogo,
Dad.
child business class. He needs it. It is. They've been a loyal customer for many years.
yeah,
Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him.
Bruh.
So I was like, yeah, thank you.
that's
thank
crazy. Yeah, I'm still praying that I get upgraded one day. Maybe I should start praying for the body. I should pray for Afro Jordan to blow so that we'll get our private jets first. That's the first
Oh
one.
my
Amen.
We'll have an Afro Jordan private jet. But till then, on my beg, if you can upgrade me, I would appreciate it. Because the economy all day, baby. Like I even do the economy. What was it? The economy.
The basic economy.
The basic economy. That's the one I fly. And I'm like, bro, I'll still get from point A to point B. I don't need all that extra. But honestly,
Nah, I'm very bougie when it comes to traveling. Like, I need
Really?
the extra leg space. I need the seat in
Can
the
we just say
front.
literally like 2 inches. Like, what do you need the leg space for?
Bro, the planes be
Exactly.
cramped.
But no, actually, what that's so true. I didn't even think of that. But you're short as hell. You're 5'2".
That doesn't mean shit.
Your legs are even not touching the ground.
Touching the
You're
ground.
floating.
They do touch the ground. Stop.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yo, but till then, the future, I'll get my upgrade eventually by God's grace.
Amen.
But I remember when I was coming to America, I actually flew Emirates. Yo, that flight, even though it was economy, it was still nice.
Yeah,
I
no,
was like,
Emirates is nice,
Emirates
yeah.
is quality.
I was like, this
Yeah.
is,
Emirates is
it's
quality.
nice. It wasn't too like extremely tight. Like the people beside me, they were pretty nice. The food options weren't terrible. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to eat. Food options
Yeah.
weren't terrible. The airport was it Dubai? Or was it
Dubai.
Abu Dhabi? It's probably one of them. Dubai. That airport was nice. You know how people have
Nice,
their lounges and all that for the first
Yeah.
class people. I've been hearing stories about that. But even just the lobby itself, I'm like, oh, but this one already feels better than
Pristine.
the whole of Mauritania Mohammed airports. So like,
Don't bring up our airport, fam. Never bring up our airport is trash.
bro,
It's
Nigeria's
okay, mine
trash,
is too.
bro.
When you enter Nigeria airport,
the aroma
Heat.
alone,
that's what you get. He's moist
to
air.
slap you.
Yep.
Just be like, bro, you guys don't get AC here.
Like you
What's
can't
happening?
wait. You can't wait to get outside the airport. That's how bad the airport is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I've heard it's improved in recent years. Because I remember the last time I was 2018. At the very least, they had AC, which was nice. Now the overall ambience wasn't necessarily the best. Obviously, people are still asking for bribe and things like that. That's a normal thing. But at least they had AC. And the AC was actually on. There was lights. I was like, we thank God. But
Wow,
normally,
you guys are
man,
even
you
better.
come there, heat will hit you, boom. And because there's no like real ventilation, it feels very muggy, bruh.
Especially with all the people.
Yeah, let's just leave Africa alone, man. Let's just leave Africa alone.
Oh,
They're on their own journey.
yeah, but Togo's airport is pretty nice though,
Who?
because I did a layover in Togo once. It was like it's actually like it's not like obviously like Dubai, but it was like like this is not bad at all.
Honest.
you
Okay. Yeah.
But anyhow, Sha, let's talk about travel culture, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think in the group, Peter said that he's the veteran traveler. Right now, I'll give it to Bole, personally speaking, because Peter.
I mean, Bola is
Peter is still riding the wave of what his father did for him.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's true. It's true.
But
I'm the most traveled, dude. That's a fact. I am the most traveled. I've been to multiple places.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I've traveled
I'll
more
give it
than
to
you
you.
within
Like,
Nigeria.
regardless
I'll
of
tell you
if my
that much.
father gave it to me or not,
Bro,
I still.
no, I mean, my
my
father gave me most of my travel
area,
insurances
I
too.
walked outside the airport. So
Bro,
I'm taking that spot.
I mean, I think I've been to more places within Nigeria than you, though.
Of course, that's fine. You can take Nigeria.
So I'll take Nigeria, boy.
Take
I've
Nigeria.
been to Calabar. I've been to the village.
Wow.
I've been to Port Harcourt. I've been to Lagos. I've been to Abuja.
You've been to Sokoto.
I've been to Ogun State. I've been to Uyo. Bro.
Sokoto.
And these are all Nigerian states, but I haven't been to Sokoto. I haven't been to the north yet. No, one day I'll go there, though.
Yeah.
Maybe Afro Journal carriers there. We'll go and interview someone there.
You can go. I'm not going.
You know how to talk to the Sultan of Sokoto?
I'm not talking. We'll leave that for another day.
Honestly, what you see right now,
we'll leave that for another day.
This is Peter's natural character when it comes to traveling, because Peter is the kind of guy that will be like, bro, I'm going to the woods for, like a weekend get to. Peter will be like, guy, watch out for the bear. Make sure the bears don't eat you. Shit. I'm just like, bro, what? Like, where does that one come from? It's like such a scaredy cat when it comes to traveling. But Peter, well, what is it?
Yeah, you can call me a scaredy cat. I'm just cautious. That's what I like to say.
Cautious. That's what
You need a nigga like me in your group. I'll save your ass. You
bro,
just, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you.
Facts. Yeah, you won't even be there.
You'll be at home sleeping, like you will be
Well,
there.
I will be there. I'll be there. If my girlfriend carries me, I'll go.
You'll go.
Yes.
Only your girlfriend.
Only my girlfriend.
Oh man, Peter, this is girlfriend. I
there
pray you find this
there
your
are
girlfriend,
specifically people that can force me to do stuff. My
Yeah.
family and my girlfriend and my wife say. Those any other person, I'm just like, I'm looking at your face like, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Really, what are you going to do about it? I can't sleep. You know what I mean? Obviously,
I don't know what you mean.
I respect people's opinions, but at the end of the day, it's my choice. But if it's my family, I'm like, I have to go. I have to go. My girlfriend, I have to go. I have to make her happy. Yeah, that's what
Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Good job.
Good job, man. Good job. I hope you're proud of yourself. But let's talk about travel culture, right, Bole? What do you think your travel? Should I say are you do you splurge on travel? Like, are you one of those people that believe in like spending bread on traveling? Because with this millennial culture, we talk about traveling a lot. In my opinion, I think it's good, but I also think it's low-key over exaggerated or overstated. Oh, you need to travel. I'm like,
I think it's
maybe because I haven't traveled enough, to be honest. Maybe I'm just speaking from ignorance. Maybe I haven't experienced the proper high of what it means.
I think it's because you haven't traveled enough. Definitely.
Maybe. But what do you think?
I still think it's overhyped.
I don't think it's overhyped, but I think it's a little bit overstated. I'll say overstated.
Oversold.
Right? Yeah, maybe oversold so that they can capitalize on people that just want to travel.
Spending their money.
Yeah, spending money that they don't have, things like that. But what do you think? Because you're the traveler in the group right now.
I think there's a level of hype to it. Like you said, these airlines, they want to take our money. They send you emails every day. Yeah. Trip to $100 right now. Right. Book now. This, that. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm tempted. Shit. I got the $100.
That is crazy. That you get temptations from airline ads. That's crazy.
I just when it comes to traveling and me, I find joy in that. I feel like my day-to-day is so chaotic and there's no fun to it really, because it's work, come back, work out, sleep, and repeat. There's it gets very overwhelming sometimes. So when I can get an opportunity to leave this life and just enjoy the life that I want to live, that's very appealing to me, So when I get these emails, these ads, it's damn, there's no reason I should be working this 9 to 5 right now. Why am I not on an island, drinking out of a coconut?
Wow.
Yeah, but can't you get that same experience locally though?
I was about to say this, but I get that same stress of that day-to-day grind of working out, doing your daily routines and stuff like that. But my difference is that I just want to lay down and relax. I literally just do nothing. That's that's what I want. Traveling is not let me go and start drinking out of a coconut. Hell no. I'm just let me lay down on my bed, watch my anime and chill.
I think for me, it's also getting out of my comfort zone, visiting a different place, immersing myself in a different type of culture, eating new foods and just enjoying different aspects of my travel? I mean, I try to, I'll listen to their music, I'll eat their food, sometimes we'll do tours, things like that. I want to get out of my, day-to-day routine, try something new, experience new things. Yeah. So when I travel, my intent is to, put myself in that space mentally, physically, whatever.
Yeah. And like, what would you say like the overall benefits are? Let's just say you are going to like sell traveling to people, right? Like, what would be like your thing? It's kind of like, what are the benefits that you've gained from actually like indulging in these trips? Because to me, I do like traveling, right? Like, I like the idea of it. I haven't done it enough, but like when I take weekend trips to my friends to the freaking mountains in North Carolina, that to me that's dope. You know, that's a road trip. We go is a getaway. I understand the room for that, right? But then I don't feel the need to do that very regularly because I can also get like similar travel experiences very locally. So I can go to the woods in Maryland because that's where I live. You know what I'm saying? Like I can still get the exact same thing depending on the situation. But like, what are the benefits that you've seen in your life?
Maryland.
Huh?
Dead.
What
As
did
they
you say?
say, going to the woods in Maryland, I'm dead.
Yes, sir. What would you can go to the woods there? You know, but what are the benefits that you've seen that since you started traveling more often? Because I know it's like something that you started doing more recently. What are those benefits that you've experienced so far?
I think the biggest thing for me is just like it's made me happier. Like it's made
That's
me
the
want
key
to
thing.
do more with my life.
I think that's the key thing at the end of the day. If it makes you truly happy,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But if you're fronting, you know what I mean, trying to, you know,
Tell people
appease
you've
the
been to
masses
places,
and stuff
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And that's where like I'm like, okay, like, you know, you're just deceiving yourself. Like that's not what truly makes you happy. Like I know
Yeah.
what makes me happy, but it's not popular. Like say that, oh, I just like to relax and watch anime. You know what I mean? It's not a popular thing to say. Most girls be like, yo, guy, what are you talking about? But that you guys thought that's the true me. I can literally just cut off the whole world and just be by myself and chill. And I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of happiness and joy that it brings me, and just getting to leave my environment, go to a different place that I've never seen before. I think since I've traveled somewhere different every month since like October of last year. Every month I've traveled somewhere. This month I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
April I'm going somewhere. Like booked and busy.
Big body bride. Big body bow. It's not easy, fam. It's not easy, fam. Damn.
Not
Honestly, that was dope. But like for me, I do have aspirations to travel more. It's also one of the reasons why I'm trying to work hard now so I can make the bread. Because I want to give my wife that experience as well. You know, I want to be able to be like, let's go on a
Yeah.
trip, and I'm not like, yo, like right now I'm counting my bread for this Puerto Rico trip. Like, yo,
Yeah.
like, can I even afford to go for go to lunch? You know,
Can I buy chips?
can I buy chips?
A bag of chips?
Like
Baba
things
over
like
there.
that, you know. But I do have aspirations and dreams to travel, and the way I want my life to be set up is I want to be able to go places if I want to, right? So I don't want to be stuck
Yeah.
in one place. It's also why like that's why I alluded to the Nigerian passport earlier. I was like, bro, that shit is disrespectful,
limited.
man. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I remember one of my friends wanted to travel back to Nigeria, right? And her American visa had expired. She's trying to get
shit.
back home, but she had to do a layover in the UK, right? It's literally a layover. Not that she's visited the place or anything. Layover. They said she can't travel. She said she needs a visa to do a layover. I'm like, bro, like, so like for me, it's just more like I want to be able to experience the world, and I think that it does open your mind up a lot more. To you realize how small
Get yourself
you
an
are.
American wife and get yourself a green card.
Honestly, man, like, that one is.
That's it. I mean,
A lot of people do that.
fortune. You're born.
Yeah.
You're born with a Nigeria. You're born with a Nigerian passport. You can't change that. You can't. You can't go back to the past and say you want to be born.
You know what?
maybe
I'll
somewhere
invent
else.
something that's they'll grant me worldwide citizenship. I'll be like Elon Musk.
That's it. I said get yourself a green card. That's all. Whichever way you want to, get it. Go get it. My own thing is that I want to have the ability to travel, but I want my travel experiences to be specific at exactly what I want to do. I'm not traveling for traveling's sake. I'm not just going to be like, oh, let's go to Europe and just travel. Nah. I want to.
What would you do though?
I would like to plan. I'll plan out a trip of my dream, like what I want to go to. Like,
What would that look
I
like?
want to go to this
for someone that's a
specific area.
homebody. What would that look like? Like
A
a trip
trip
of a
through
dream of a
Europe.
homebody.
of a homebody.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of like personally, like just 2-on-2, if that makes sense. And maybe like a course or a class here. Very private. I'm a very private person. Like I don't
Yeah.
like being too flashy. Like I just like doing my own thing. Let's take our pictures to ourselves, and just chill. Have a good time, have a calm time. I want calmness in my trip. I'm not going out to bars, clubs, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just me and you time.
So give us an
you guys
example
know
of
this.
calmness. Give us an example of calmness.
Honestly, like going for a dinner, right? In Paris or Rome, just sipping on that wine,
Aujourd'hui.
silent, looking across the window. You know what I mean? Looking at people walking, just calmness.
The breeze blowing through her hair. And then you look at her, you're just like, wow, this girl is beautiful.
Honestly, I can even see myself walking around the museum and just looking at art. Like,
museums are dope. Yeah,
those are the kind of things that attract me. Not like, let's go to a club,
a bar.
Nah.
You like amusement parks and stuff? Because that's kind of noisy.
Yeah, I can do amusement parks. Amusement parks are fun, but it will be my main focus.
Skydiving and all that stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not like a true seeker.
Yeah,
an adrenaline.
An adrenaline junkie. I don't do that. Like, I just want calmness. Just me and you, girl.
Yeah,
and let's just go have a fun.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle, right? Like I do. To me, like I always say this, I'm always like in between where like I'm just living in this limbo state where like if you want calmness, I'm happy with calmness. Like if you want to go on the trip and we're indoor all day, I can do that easily. And if you want to go on the trip and we're outdoor all day, every day, as long as we have enough time to sleep afterwards, I'm happy with that as well. You know, like I'm always like, but for me, it's just more like I want to expand my horizon and just see more of the world. So if it's like the cultural trips where you immerse yourself in the culture, or if it's the trips where like you just see like freaking beautiful scenery, or like the trips where like you're literally doing all the adrenaline thing. Like one of my dreams is to go skydiving in Dubai. I don't know why. I watched a Will Smith video one time of him describing it. I was just like, yo, this guy did such a good job. I want to do this shit in Dubai specifically. And I know it's gonna be freaking expensive, but it's one of my dreams. You know, like a tour or touring like football stadiums or soccer stadiums from American, things like that. Like and things I want to do, right? Because it's just like these are like things that I connect with and I see, and just being there live and seeing it live and direct and being able to touch it. These are things I dream about. But at the same time, I'm not like necessarily like, I have to be doing it like every month or every like I feel like if I do one trip, I need to wait at least like 6 months or maybe like or something like if I do.
I was like, hell nah.
Nah.
No, because I feel like I need to get back to work, man.
I get you know how people get high off of like weed and like shit. Like I get high off of like travel like going places. Like that's my high.
Okay. I think now we can get into like talking about the type of travelers we are, right? Because we kind of alluded to it. And we did that. We did this whole quiz thing. So since Bole is a travel high addict,
yeah.
You want to start? What kind of traveler are you?
So based off of the quiz, we did this kind of like what type of traveler you are based on your like personality, what kind of things you like to do traveling. And my quiz gave me unique adventure. So it says adventure is your middle name. When you travel, you like to be active and chase after unique thrills and adrenaline rushes, which is pretty spot on. Like,
okay, unique.
I like to be
adventure.
out the house.
Okay,
yeah.
So those people that, like, you don't want to stay at home at all.
Nah, like the house will only see me to sleep. That's it.
Even sleep is even like
even like, that like but I think it depends because like if I'm in like a group setting, then I definitely want to be out more. But if it's like me and my partner, like I don't mind being at home. We can stay laid up, watch movies, order food in. Like I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
But yeah, the adrenaline junkie. I'm also like a very type A person, so I'm the one that like if a trip is in in December and it's February, like I've already started planning. Like the schedule is made, reservations are booked. Like
honestly, those are the kind of people I need in my life.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say I want my girlfriend to be like that.
Yeah, kind of people
like honestly, do it early, do it quick, and decide.
Yeah,
obviously console me.
Of course.
Like if I'm not gonna be doing some wild shit, but like also surprise me as well. Just give me a jab, push me out of my comfort zone a little bit, but not too much.
Not too much, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, honestly.
No, I love planning for trips.
Like me, I like to have a plan, but I'm also like I also want the plan to be very flexible, right? So like we have the plan, so we know that we can fall back to the plan if all else fails. But I want to be very flexible to just go with the flow as well.
Exactly.
So that's the kind of guy I am. But when it comes to like, I'm very lazy when it's like planning things, structuring it. Because when I do it, I want to do it well. and I start overthinking. I'm just like, oh, the possibilities are so endless. What can I do? It's like, bro, I don't want to deal with this. Like, just handle it. It's just because me, I'm always down for whatever. At the end of the day, like, if you want to stay at home, I'll stay at home. If you want to go out, I'll go out, and I'll be happy. It's not like I'm just doing it to make you happy. I'll actually be happy too. Either ways. All right. But was there more to your stuff? Or was that it?
It gave me some experiences that I should consider.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, Peter, what was yours?
Mine was called slowing down, which is very true.
Slowing
I feel
down.
that my life is very I'm like, you guys know how my brain works everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about
it's actually very scattered.
One things.
Yeah,
one things at the same time. And that's why I feel like I always need to crash and slow down. I feel like I have a lot of things to do in a day I want to accomplish, and there's a lot of pressure on me. So when I get a break, I just like to just sit down and chill and do nothing. Yeah. So basically it's called slowing down, and the brief summary is traveling is all about resting, relaxing, and resetting for you. Very true. You love using your trips for slowing down and enjoying life through food, wellness, and getting back to nature. Perfect. That getting back to nature, going outside, seeing trees, breathing the fresh air, grass, playing outside. I miss that because that was my childhood.
Yeah.
That was my childhood. I definitely miss that. And the food, I miss my family's food. I just being one with myself.
Yeah.
Feeling healthy, feeling strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that I'd love to incorporate in any of my travels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I respect it.
We'll see it now. It's all looking kind of making sense. I guess this quiz is pretty nice. Mine was called Unique Road Trip. And the unique road trip is calling your name. You love to explore your timeline and know that the journey can be just as fun as the destination itself. And to me, I think that's very perfect. Honestly, because like I said, I like to have a plan, so I know where we're going. Yeah. But within that plan, I want to be very flexible, to just
spontaneous.
Go. Yeah, if we need to make a detour, that's why I like longer trips. That way, I have the time to include all those spontaneity inside. Yeah. Because if it's too short, then you just have to boom, boom, boom. We plan to see this museum. We plan to take a picture at this statue. We have an appointment for a cooking class. Boom, and then we're out.
You see, I hate that. I hate the rush.
Yeah, it's we plan to do this.
We plan to do this. We plan to do this. I fucking hate that. That to me sounds like work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I like.
It can be stressful.
Is me taking a picture at this fucking place really going to make me happy? Fuck no. I'm going to forget about that picture in the next year.
It'll make me happy.
I'll literally forget about that picture in the next year. At the moment, I'm feeling like to me, taking pictures at specific places doesn't do anything. To me, taking pictures is important, but taking pictures at specific places doesn't really do anything for me. Doesn't really do for me. I think pictures are important, but me fighting to go and take a picture in a specific location, I find that very triggering. Since my childhood, very triggering. I'm like, what the fuck?
I got this therapy for that one, man.
I'm trying to enjoy myself, and you're making me stressed of trying to take a picture and trying to meet this deadline before the sun sets. You need
the angle.
Golden hour.
I'm literally trying to relax, enjoy myself, keep calm. Why are you trying to give me a heart attack?
I think I said heart attack. Wow.
You're telling me to take 30 pictures. I say, oh, come on, take another 30. Bro, that's not the kind of person. That's not the kind. I get stressed just thinking about it. So I'm not that kind of person. If I was to take a short trip, I won't even take fucking pictures.
Yeah.
If it's a long trip, I'll be planning out that day. I'm like, okay, I know I'm going here. I know I'm going here. I'm not going here. I'll have space in the middle to relax.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that.
You love that.
Not like today we go to go see the turtle, take pictures with turtle. Next day we're taking pictures in the mountain. Next day we're going this. I'm going outside, bro. My legs are tired. Let me slow down. Let me sit down on my bed and just look at the sky and chill.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of the way I am. I don't like trips that are rushed because I like to take a moment to take things in as well, right? So when I'm inside, Because before I used to like try and capture a lot of things on my phone, and I still capture a lot of memories, like just for Snap, especially on Snapchat. So that Snapchat can send it to me again a year later, and I can be like, oh shit, that was nice, But at the same time, if it's rushed, I'd rather just be in there and immersed in it. But like when there's time, I can really like take it all in and be like, wow, I can smell the air, I can touch the grass and see, oh, like I remember how that felt, I can like touch people.
That
things
is
like
my
that.
thing.
Yeah,
That is my
it's
thing. Like that is the experience I'm chasing. That
Yeah.
feeling of satisfaction, not
Yeah.
a fucking picture. I'm trying to immerse myself in that environment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to do. And I feel that like chasing that picture can spoil my experience.
It's all your experience, yeah.
Not like just taking that picture, but like chasing it.
Chasing
if that
it.
makes sense.
Yeah, like it's kind of like it has to happen, or
Yes.
the trip has been spoiled. It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
And
But
I'm
then what
just
about
like,
you? Are you a picture junkie?
You guys already know, like,
Yeah.
my phone stays out. I'm very much a like I like to look back on that a year ago and be like, oh shit, like I was here, I was doing this, I was with these people. Like those are memories to me. I want to be able to show my children, like this is what your mom did, like just creating memories that you can live with forever. Like I don't want to have to like think 2 years from now be like, oh, like shit, where'd I go at so and so, like who was I with? You're trying to catch up with these memories that you get older and you start forgetting things. Like I don't want to be forgetting these great experiences that I had.
Honestly, I feel you.
I think
feel
that's
you
important.
too.
I think that's important. Like now taking pictures, but it's the pace.
Yeah,
And
the pace of it.
To me, it's the value of the picture. You know what I mean? There's specific moments I value in my life, like graduation pictures, because that moment was so special for me. Like that feeling of what I accomplished, or that feeling of like what we did that day, or what we're experiencing. Like taking a picture of that moment is perfect. But me trying to go to a fucking site and did all those kind of nonsense, like there's no emotional attachment to that place.
Yeah.
But I think that's for you. Some people, that there is an emotional attachment.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I mean, even within my family, like I'm probably the only person like that. My sisters are like picture junkies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do love pictures as well. Like that, and there's some moments in my life that I remember in my head. Right, I actually remember it very vividly, but I'm almost regretting not having a picture to even look at it. You know, because obviously I was in the moment and I was having a good time, but I look, you just wish that there was like some camera guy that I didn't know just recorded the moment, like because I don't want to know that I'm being recorded, because then it takes away from the authenticity of it. But then at the same time, just like there for me to see. Like one time I did there's this salsa routine I did with my sister when I was in grade 9, like in our church and everything. I remember that performance so well. It's like look at one of the highs. Like I love that routine so much. But then I was like, yo, like I saw a picture of it one day. I was just like, yo, mommy, do you have a video of this? And she was like, no. I was like, shit. That thing hurt my feelings so well. I was like, yeah, I can't even show my kids that I did this. Like that's why when Bole said that, I was like, yo, like I really love taking pictures, but I'm also with Peter that I don't want the pace of it to now be like, this picture has to happen.
That's why you get that's why you get a partner that has that type of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? That's the truth. The truth is that I will be annoyed about it, but I will appreciate it.
But you'll appreciate exactly.
That's just the truth. That is literally the truth. And I know, and I know that because I've been with my sister. I appreciate that they took pictures of me, but at that moment in time, I was fucking pissed off. So
the catch-22, man. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So we can talk about like traveling while black. Right, like because that's something we have to talk about, travel while African and things like that. Because we're black people, and we can tie this into like the tips for traveling for men and women as well as we begin to wrap this up. Right? Have you guys had any like specific experience about your race when you travel in different cultures? Because I know some people. Like one of my friends, she went to Armenia. This is actually in Pululu, right? And she was talking about like she was there for a project. While she was there, she was talking about how the crowd were just staring at her when she's walking. People are literally just staring, and then they come up to her. Some of them just come up, take random selfies, and run away. Things like that. And I'm just like, damn, that is a bit wild.
Yeah. I mean,
but have you guys had any experiences like that?
I have not. But when I was supposed to go to my China trip, I met with a lot of like blacks who had gone to China to the same project site as I was going to. And they said that they experienced the same thing. Like because they are literally only black in the whole of China, in that whole area.
Yeah.
And they got stared at. Some people would take pictures of them. Some people want to come take pictures with them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a rarity for them to see black people. So
So like,
Elise said the same
well,
thing
like
when she went to
monuments to them.
China. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So, but Bole, have you had any experiences from the places you've traveled with that kind of, like, that just made your race feel very, like, loud? I kind of blended. Is what it
I
is.
haven't, but I feel like when I discuss like me flying, first class, you board before everyone else. So nothing like physically has happened to me, but sometimes I'm in my head about it. Like I start to, get anxious, like, oh shit, like I'm I'm young, like I'm a woman. Like what if they think I made a mistake or something? What if they think I don't belong in first class and they're going to question me? Like that fear is always there.
Yeah.
But realistically, there shouldn't be a fear because, I paid for my ticket. They have the information and all that. But I think it's, it's just a state of, being a black female.
Yeah. Nah, makes sense. Makes sense. I know for me, like, I haven't really had many experiences like that, but I remember one time, this was actually the first time I went to the UK. This was like back in 2008. And my family, we went out. Well, obviously, my cousin was taking us around, touring the UK. We saw the London Eye, we saw the Buckingham Palace, all that stuff, exciting stuff, right? So we're walking around London, and we're trying to find a place to eat. So we walk into this restaurant, and we asked. Obviously, you see the waiter in front, so white woman. Obviously, this is a Nigerian family. We walk in, we're like, my cousin's asking her, "Oh, can we get a reservation to eat?" All that. The woman was just so freaking rude, right? She was just like, well, it's going to be this, and that, and you're going to have to pay this much, including children. I was like, are we fighting? Like, so even, because at that time I was like, probably like 9, 10. And at that point in my head, I was just like, I remember thinking so young, I was like, does this man think we cannot afford this shit?
Right.
Is this why she's like, she feels the need to over-explain everything very aggressively and stuff. So my mom and my dad just looked at her like, let's be good though. This one doesn't want us here. So we literally walked out. So that's like the one time where it felt, I don't know if it was maybe her manager pissed her off before. Who knows? Like we never really know. But that's where it kind of felt like an attack at a very young age. And it did traumatize me. Always like, I don't give a shit about that. All of us just like, we went to the next restaurant we went to. Still white people we met there. They were just extremely nice. We had the time of our lives eating. I remember it was fries and chicken and chips. That's what we used to call it, right? Sat down there, ate that.
went to Nando's.
Yeah, it was so nice, So I remember it, but it's just one of these interesting memories that I just have.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've said this, like, I've not really had like a racist experience in my life. I mean, probably like few like minor incidences, but it's nothing that's loud enough for me to, call it a whole like rant, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
makes sense. But
honestly, yeah. And plus, I'm a lot older. I'll just cut it off and be like, shut the fuck up. I'm out.
Peace.
I'm not dealing with that nonsense. I'm too big to be fighting with a racist.
Yeah.
I'm too big. I know who I am.
That's what they like. If
That's
someone
facts.
literally walks up to me and calls me a nigga, I'll be like, okay, like, what do you want from
Okay.
me? Like,
You're right.
it's like, okay.
You want me to start? You want
me
me
to fight? Like, I'm like, you mean
I'm not doing that shit.
I'm not a nigga. Like,
I'm too important. That's the way I see it. I'm too important to waste my time.
My time is precious.
like, I hope that made you happy. Cool.
Yeah,
like, move on with your life,
congratulations.
right? And we move.
You're going to sleep in the same bed that you slept in when
right?
you woke up this morning.
I'm still good.
I'm going to my lavish lifestyle, nigga. Peace. Peace. See you there. See you. I mean, I'll be looking at you at the top. I'm like, what happened to you?
Like, I thought, like. All right, but let's talk about tips for traveling for men and women. Because I know some of our listeners are like, Bole, they want to travel the world. Some other people are like, pizza. They want to sit down and watch anime all day, every day, and then their partners is forcing them to travel. Like, what tips would
That's
you
a
say
misrepresentation of me.
I'm dead.
Well, I mean, they had this whole spiel, this whole episode, so you tell me if it's a misrepresentation or not. But Bole,
my partner would not force me to travel. I like specific place I want to travel. Yeah. It should not be rushed. That's all I have to say.
That's all you ask. Don't rush.
I'm waiting for the day I meet this partner.
Honestly, man, like, I really want to see Vita's partner because I feel like that woman will be one of the most patient people that I've ever met in my life. One of the most patient. I mean, obviously, I'll be patient too, but that woman will be very patient.
I'm so confused. Why do you guys act like this?
Peter, you just be throwing out some shit sometimes. I'm like, bruh. It's fine though. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm looking for a wife. not a
Wow,
girlfriend.
baby.
Oh, we know.
Looking for a wife.
Oh man. So Bole, what tips would you have for people that want to travel? You can make it women specific or general as well. What tips would you give people that want to travel?
Tips that I would give women. I think you should share your location. Like my group of friends, if we're traveling together or like we're meeting up somewhere, all of us, we have our locations. So like, did you get on your airport? We send each other our flight, like pictures of the flight information too. So if God forbid something happens, we know like, oh, she was on flight XY, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Another thing I do, just for like, you know, traveling is very diverse. It's not just airplanes. You know, if I'm driving somewhere, there's so many. I have my pepper spray on deck. Deck.
Okay. That's just like, bro, I'll spray your ass, nigga.
I'll spray your shit.
Now that's dope because even for me, like that's something I look fear about when my female friends tell me that they're traveling. And you know, we like some people like doing all these solo trips. Even me, I'm a solo trip kind of guy. So like, I have aspirations to do solo trips, but because I'm a man, I don't feel as scared. But when a woman is telling me she's doing that, like obviously in my head I'm just like, baby, do what you're doing, fam. Like, you know, like you have to see the world. But in my head I'm just like looking nervous, like, bro, I hope like I hope you're all set, you know, like please don't call. Now one thing I know I'll be doing is definitely like have a check-in time every day. So let's just say I'm traveling. I have someone I have to check in with. If it's my mom or my dad, I have to check in with them at like 9 p.m. If I haven't checked in with you yet, then I don't know, like call me or something. They will like start raising the alarm, you know, like. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, I mean that was pretty much it. I personally would.
How do you find deals?
Trip.
How do you find deals? Or do you always pay full price? You're just balling like that.
Well, let's ball it.
Bro, I'm not. I don't know why you guys think I'm rich. Like I'm not rich. I'm living stable. Like
Bola is a baller.
I just like to enjoy myself. Who else? Like there's no one here that's gonna do it for me, so I have to do it for myself. I don't have my boyf yet, so it's just solo dolo.
Soon come, don't worry.
Amen. But I think the best time to buy flights are Tuesday evenings. Something I'll do sometimes too, like if I buy a flight within the 24 hours, if the price changes, I'll cancel the flight, then book the new flight, get my money back. What else? Deals. There's no really like specific place I go for deals. I just like, or if I know I have a flight coming up, I start tracking it immediately because these flights be going up and down. It's actually very annoying. So, you know, I'll be watching it. Like, and what else? I would say overpack. You know, you never know.
Yeah, such an African.
What you're gonna.
God damn, Bole. Honestly, I agree with you because I'm the kind of guy that will be like,
I would say this.
I didn't think we needed it, but I'm glad we have it.
But
I would say this. Have cash in hand. That's actually something that is really important.
Yeah,
like sometimes you just need cash.
International
you just need some cash in your hand.
You're very right.
Like your cards might not, might fall up or stuff. So
I should start
experience with low-key confidence small. Okay, maybe
I should start because I never have cash on me ever. Like I hate carrying cash.
Yeah,
but I'll start doing that.
Yeah, like maybe $20 sign. You know, like and like have change as well because sometimes. Some locals be trying to play games, especially in Nigeria, man. If you give them money and they sense you're an American, bruh, they'll be like, your change is only 20 naira. Wait, they should give you 200 naira change. You know, they will try to scam you. But yeah, but
let me add
do you have any more tips, or Bole, do you have any more tips?
Yeah, I would say I don't want to say take pictures, but like I guess take pictures / note like important information. Like in my case where I forgot my address, like it would have been nice to have that handy, like written somewhere, like in my phones or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, do your prep work. I think it's really important to do your prep work.
You just have a list of everything you need for every single trip on your phone, right?
Yep.
Like your passport, your
have a picture,
things like that. You know,
have like a picture of like your things that you need. Like I always have like a picture of like certain information I need.
Yeah, like my ID, whatever.
Things like that. All right. I think I don't really have any more tips. It's just mostly my tips are just mostly safety. If you want to find a deal, I'm not your guy. You know, but just I beg be safe. when you're walking on the road, make sure your headphones are not blasting music, things like that. You know, like just
Yeah.
don't be paranoid, but keep alert. You know, like because you still need to be safe. But let's talk about
No, actually, know where you're going to. Don't enter one walk where you don't know where the fuck you
yeah,
are.
you don't know. You don't
Actually
like
know where you're
at least
going.
at nights. You know,
Yeah,
things
you
like
just
that.
you
Yeah.
just take a wrong turn and all of a sudden you're
Oh.
seeing some
Yeah.
sketchy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the question that Peter asked.
And be prepared to protect yourself. That's the
Pepper
truth.
spray,
Like,
Abi.
I
Pepper
as a
spray.
female, like it's hard to say, but like be prepared to protect yourself because no one might save you. You have to be the one
Yeah.
to fight for yourself. So
Aim for the balls.
aim for his neck. Stab the nigga, bro. I'm there like that's the kind of energy I would give. Like I would kill you. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
100%. Yeah. If it's my
100%.
life, yeah.
100%. Like I'm aiming for like a crucial point, like head smash it, like carry a rock, smash your head, kind of
Damn,
thing.
bro. That's a lot of anime, bro. God damn.
What's a lot of anime? What does anime have to do with that, bro? Jesus Christ.
Oh man, very, very, very graphic, fam. All right, do you guys have travel, like dream destinations for traveling? Like, what's your dream travel destination right now?
I honestly don't think I have one.
Oh, I definitely have one.
So, what's your one?
My dream destination is definitely Japan. You guys know I was going to say this.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna jump out, bro.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
What are you hoping to find there?
Japan has been a dream. Like just Japan itself. Japan has different, like it's just like it has variety, extreme variety. It has like city life and like village life, and they are both lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. Like Japan is just, and like it has like games. It has like the whole like culture of like anime, obviously, but it has like this rich tradition and stuff like. It's just a cool ass trip, personally speaking. And I think that not just only the tourist areas, but like the other prefectures, it's honestly amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know from me, like obviously I want to travel to a lot of places, but like I want to travel within Africa. Maybe go to Namibia, South Africa, maybe go to Kenya, Ethiopia, like places like that, because I mean obviously the Europe tour will happen, the South America travels, those will happen as well, things like that, North America. But I do want to travel within Africa because I feel like I want to see other African countries and see what life there is like, get to experience those cultures. So I'll say Namibia is up there, South Africa is up there for sure.
I mean, I would think I always do an African tour, but like I feel like Japan is so like out of my world.
Okay, I want to go to Egypt as well. Like Egypt, I want to go there.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to see the pyramids.
Nah.
And they have a lot of history in that place, man. Like Egypt has a lot of history, so I want to see that as well. But it's not like a dream, but it's just like I'll do that. I want to do it. All right, Bole, have you thought of your own?
I don't have like a dream place. Like
Yeah.
I think I just very much like live in the moment, and because my mindset is like if I want to go somewhere, I can go there, But right now at this point in my
my
life,
guys are ballers.
there's some obstacles. Stop. Like there's just not like if I want it, I could make it feasible, but they're just priorities
Yeah, like
that I have to
PTO,
take
things
care
like
of.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if I wanted to take a trip to, South Africa, like I could do that shit. I could book that tonight.
That's the South Africa to me is. I mean, South Africa is beautiful, but
Yeah,
I've heard some stories that are not
Yeah.
favorable.
It's
mean,
beautiful,
obviously,
definitely. There's
yeah.
things to do, but like, I want to see other places.
I mean, you've been there before.
I think Rwanda will be a lit trip.
Rwanda. I feel like I'll be able to walk from one end of the country to the other end of the country.
Is it as big as Lagos? I don't think it's as big
I
as
don't know,
Lagos.
to be honest. Like Rwanda is a tiny place, man. But it'll be lit though. It'll be lit to see what's going on there. Yeah, maybe after our careers though, we're gonna have a meeting with Kigali. Be like, yo, what's up, dude? What's up,
I'm
dude?
dead.
That's the Kigali. Goddamn,
Yes.
Kagame. Jesus. All right, guys. I think that's the episode. That's it. So, guys, travel for sure, but don't allow these airline companies capitalize on you. Make sure you're traveling for the right reasons, and make sure you're safe as well, because we do need to see the world, expand our horizons, and I think experience new things, and who knows, Peter. If I take one trip that might change your whole mindset on traveling, be like, yo, you know what? Maybe I'm an adrenaline junkie. Who knows? You try it once, and you're like, yo, this one is nice, you know. But don't be afraid, yeah. Don't be afraid to explore the world. So, what would you say your guys' journal entry is?
My journal entry for the week is I need to fly first class on an international flight.
She said it's March
within the next
14th.
2 years.
Okay, March 14, 2022. I don't know when this episode is going to drop, but March 14, 2022 is when she said this. I bet we'll see. We'll see. Peter, do you have your own?
Yeah, I mean, just regardless of if you're able to fly or not, just live your life to the fullest and do what makes you happy. Traveling is a privilege for very few people on this world, you know. So if you're privileged enough to do it, you know, enjoy it. But if you're not, do with what you have. Life is not a competition at the end of the day. You know, we all live and die. That's all I have to say.
You can make your location. You can get a lot of these experiences locally as well. To be honest, you just need to
create your own fun. I mean, we were all kids at one point. Create your own fun.
Facts.
Kids don't need much.
Yeah,
it's a great deal of fun. That's facts. So my journal entry would be to, you know what? I'm going to change my Nigerian passport so that I can travel to places without stress. That's what my journal entry is. Yeah. So Nigeria, I love you, you know, but I'm going to get my dual citizenship somewhere. You know, if it's America, if it's another place where I can travel in peace without having to stress about visa, that's what I'm going to do. Yes.
that part.
So guys, you know, it's thank you for joining us in this week's episode. You know, like, share, so you know
that journal entry, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is making Nigeria better. Guys said that nah.
I mean, maybe who knows? Maybe we might be able to make Nigeria better in the sense that other countries will start respecting our passports. But for now, you know, maybe that might be when we're 50 and 60. But I still need to travel before then. So hey, I need to change that. But guys, like, share, subscribe. Tell your people to travel to the Afro Journals, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Our Instagram as well. You can see it linked below. Tell the world about us. Come and get these good vibes. You know, you've seen like, bro, what are you doing? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on Bole's name. Put some respect on Peter's name. And hit that like button. Strong wish. No, I'm playing. I'm being so aggressive. All right. But guys, you know, spread the love. It's your adventure time. You know, your adventures of Tintin, your toasted caramel, and your vintage chocolates. Chisom, AJK, Jeremiah, Kafo.
It's your boy, extra luggage that you fly with. You're first class.
Yeah.
You know, Chef Pirero, Peter Ikechiki, and Chips Diego Jr.
Yeah.
And it's your glazed chocolate donut, you know, out here catching flights and not feelings, because fuck feelings. Bole Akume.
Well, let's think like a man now.
It's the little boy, and because I'm
It's
a little
boy
today.
energy.
I'm dead.
I like that. Oh man, we out.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.